Hello everyone. So let's continue with module 3 of construction management and entrepreneurship subject. So in our previous session we had started with the module 3 and we were learning about the first part, that is construction quality. So in construction quality we had completed the process involved in the construction quality, that means the construction quality process is completed. So after that we shall go for the next concept in construction quality, that is inspection. So what do you mean by inspection initially? Inspection is nothing but an examining or checking something. To be more specific, we can inspect a building or an organization so that it meets specific results. That means to ensure that it meets specific results, so we may inspect a building or an organization. Okay, so this inspection mainly includes activities such as measuring, examining and testing. So these are the activities involved in the process of inspection, to check whether or to confirm whether it is within the specific limits or whether it satisfies the requirement. This is about the brief introduction to the concept or the process inspection. So after this we need to know what is the purpose of inspection. Initially, it results in distinguishing or differentiating between a good lots from a bad lots. That is, so it helps in distinguishing or differentiating between good lots from bad lots. That means during the process of inspection, we get to know the materials which are considered as good materials and those which are considered as bad. Further, those which are considered as bad can further be sent for the process of rework also. Okay, this is the major purpose of inspection. So the next purpose is to know the progress of work in each process. That means, so the inspection helps us to know the progress of work in each process. That means it let us know the progress of each work in a particular process. So how much, so what is the extent of work done for a particular process will be known by proper inspection. So the next one is to check if the process is within the specific limit. Okay, this is the third purpose of inspection. This will helps us know whether the undergoing process is within the specific limits. Okay, the next point, by proper inspection we will be able to rate the quality of the products obtained, whether the quality is of the higher standards or is it of a moderate standards or is of the lower standards. So this will helps to rate the quality of the products. So after this, the next purpose of inspection is to measure the precision of instruments which we use. That means for a particular process we may be using various measuring instruments. So by knowing the precision of a particular instrument, we get to know the accuracy of the results we obtain by using a particular instrument. Therefore, the next purpose of inspection is to measure the precision of measuring instruments. Measuring instruments. Okay, so these are the purpose of inspection. So after knowing the purpose of inspection, now let us know the stages of inspection. So what are the stages in which this process of inspection is carried out? For this we will start with sampling, identification, examination and field testing of materials. Okay, this is the first stage of inspection. So here we come across the word called as sampling. It is a process used in statistical analysis in which predetermined number of observations are taken from larger population. So from the available larger population, some predetermined number of observations are collected by statistical analysis. Is nothing but sampling. Now, by considering these collected samples, we need to identify those materials which are required to be tested or which needs testing. From identification of the materials, next we need to examine it or it is subjected to examination, and finally field testing of materials takes place. Okay, this is the first stage of inspection. It is initially the samples are collected from a larger population, and from the available samples the materials are identified which needs examination. From the identified samples, the identified samples are examined, and finally it is subjected to field test. Okay, this is the first stage. Then comes the next stage, the measurement and proportioning of construction materials. So after the first stage, next we need to measure and proportion the construction material. Okay, after this, layout, formwork, foundation and concreting, etc. So after the second stage of measuring and proportioning of the construction materials, then we shall go for the third stage in which layout, formwork, foundation and concreting, etc. So these works are carried out in the third stage, and finally in the fourth stage, testing these specimens in laboratory. So after these works, we have to test the available specimens in the laboratory, and finally observation of the construction equipment and materials. Okay, so observation of construction. So next is the observation of construction equipments takes place, and finally records and final preparation of report takes place. So by using these results, the final stage is to prepare the records and reports of this particular process of inspection. So these are the stages involved in inspection. Okay, so the next is to know about the inspection procedure. So what all are the procedures involved in the process of inspection, in which the first one is floor inspection, and the next one centralized inspection, and the third one is the combined inspection. Okay. So what is this floor inspection? So this type of inspection is performed at the place of production, wherein the people who involve themselves in the process of inspection are called as inspectors. They move from one machine to another machine, or from one work center to another work center to inspect the materials. Okay. So this type of inspection is called as floor inspection. Okay. The next type is the centralized inspection. So in centralized inspection, materials in process may be inspected at centers which is located at one or more places in the manufacturing process. Okay. So this is the second type of or second procedure in which the inspection process is carried out. So here door to door or machine to machine inspection is not carried out. Here the inspection is carried at one or two places which is arranged in a particular manufacturing process. So the next one is the combined inspection, which is the combination of both floor inspection as well as centralized inspection. So the main objective of this combined inspection is to locate and prevent the defects which may not occur in subsequent operations. Okay. This is the procedures in which the inspection process is carried out. So in the concept of inspection, what all we have learnt? Definitions or the meaning of inspection, the purpose of inspection or the purpose to carry out this process of inspection, then stages of inspection, and finally the inspection procedure. This is about the inspection. So after the procedure of inspection, next is the methods of inspection. So what all are the various methods of inspection? It is 100% inspection and sampling method. Now let us study about the first one, that is 100% inspection. So for 100% inspection, okay, careful inspection at each stage of manufacture is carried with quality details. The first point. Then the next point is the test involved is non-destructive. Here the test involved in this method of inspection is non-destructive method. So what do you mean by non-destructive method? So this type of inspection is carried out without destroying the materials, then in which even after the inspection process is completed, the materials remains the same. Okay. So what are the various examples of non-destructive methods? So for example, it can be the visual inspection or ultrasonic method or radiography, etc. Okay. These are the examples of non-destructive method. Therefore 100% inspection is a non-destructive method in which the materials is not destroyed even after the inspection process is completed. Then here, since this type of inspection requires careful check, therefore more number of inspectors are required for the process of inspection. So since more number of inspectors are required, it is expensive. Okay. So this is the expensive method. So the next, it is the expensive method. Then, since here careful inspection is carried out, the errors obtained or sampling errors is very less, or we can also say there is no sampling error here. Since quality is the major criteria in this method of inspection, no sampling error is observed. So, this is the last point in which there is no sampling error, because here quality is the major criteria and careful inspection is carried out at each and every stage, therefore sampling error is very less. Even though if we get any error or any percentage of error, a minute percentage of error may be due to fatigue, or it can be due to difficulty of examining, or it can be due to negligence. Okay, this is about the first method of inspection. So, what is the next method? So, the next one is sampling method. So, this method, the inspection is carried out for the selected samples, and these samples are selected from different batches in a particular process. That means the investigation or inspection is carried out for selected samples. Okay. Then the next point is, if the sample proves to be defected, then the entire lot is considered or the entire lot is rejected in this method of inspection, that is the sampling method. So, since in this case inspection is carried out for a selected samples, less number of inspectors are required. Okay. Okay. In this method, since the selected samples are inspected, less number of inspectors are required for the process, and therefore it costs less. Okay. The next point in this method of inspection is sampling error. Okay. Since the selected samples are subjected to inspection, so this results in sampling error. Okay. This is about the sampling method of inspection. So, here it completes the process of inspection, in which we learnt about inspection, the purpose of inspection, the stages of inspection, procedure, and finally the methods of inspection. Construction quality part, we have learned the construction quality process and the process of inspection. Next, we shall go for the next part, that is quality assurance. So, next is the quality assurance. So, quality assurance is a program covering activity which is necessary to provide quality in the work to meet the project requirements. That is, it is a program covering activity necessary to provide quality in the work to meet the project requirements. So, here we need to concentrate on program covering activity. That means what all are the activities we undertake or we consider in order to provide quality, in order to meet the project requirements. So, what all are the activities we consider which is necessary to provide quality to the work in order to meet the requirements of the customer. So, we assure the customers that we are going to consider some of the program activities in order to provide quality for the work we do to meet the requirement of the customers or to meet the requirements of the project is what meant by quality assurance. So, here we need to concentrate on program covering activities. So, what all are these activities we need to consider? So these activities includes, it can be policies, procedures, standards, and the guidelines we provide, and trainings necessary to provide quality to the work. So these all are the activities we are going to consider in order to provide quality to the project. Next, so who is responsible in this process of quality assurance? So for this quality assurance, it is the design professionals and the constructors who are responsible in order to develop an appropriate program for each project. Okay, therefore we can say it is the design professionals and the constructors who are responsible to develop, who are responsible in order to develop an appropriate program for each project. So each and every project may require a different program. It depends upon the project, and therefore it will be this design professionals and the constructors who has to take the responsibility of developing an appropriate program for each project. Okay, this is the basic introduction towards quality assurance. Quality assurance includes, so this quality assurance includes arranging periodical training for the workers who involve themselves in the project depending upon the type of the project. A good safety program. So the next one is safety program. So a good safety program has to be arranged in order to know about the safety measures to be taken during the project. Okay, this is about the safety program. So the next one is a reward scheme for innovative work. That means quality assurance encourages the workers who involve themselves in the innovative work. Thereby it helps their career growth in this competitive world. It is nothing but encouraging the workers who involve themselves in the innovative works by the rewards. Okay, this is about the quality assurance program. So these all are the necessary activities that are included for quality assurance. Okay.
Thank you.